Team Perlita Quinwan and their group still don't get it. So Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Perlita Quinwan, Steve Jones, let's see, Doug King, Jim Hall, Ben DeVol, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man, the Bitted Bat 4, the Blue Boy Boxes, all that stuff you guys do, the Robo Knight, and Ellery's. Okay, Perlita, in your little Fruity Loops war there you guys got going, like I said, you declared war. So you made a declaration of war, but yet you also claimed Texas victory and Viva Mexico victory. You can't have a victory and also declare war at the same time. Okay? That means, Perlita, you're in danger, and you're complaining about your supposed stolen bitted kids or whatever, which never happened. But Perlita, when you declare war, no matter whether you have kids or not, that means you are a danger to children. So they're going to probably prepare their children for what? To protect themselves and their families from lunatics. Red Randy, all this stuff, El Cortez, wherever, Team Bedbugs, all that stuff, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley. Okay? All your faction there, Perlita. Okay? So, when you declare war, Perlita, and you sit around and lie with your leader, you're a danger. Okay? Which means also, Perlita, when you declare war, means your property and all that stuff can be seized. All that stuff. You can take it from you. It becomes the property of the military, police, or whatever. Okay? Leaving my stuff. Okay? Okay, Perlita? And then they monitor your little communications and whoever's helping you. Either way, Perlita, win or lose, they're going to babysit you for the rest of your life. Okay? Because you guys obviously can't handle it. Training is training. How are you going to be pardoned with all that crybaby noise Ellery and you all did? Perlita, Stan, Karen, Country and Western. But also, Perlita, with your declaration of war and your little faction there, you confirm suspicions of stuff that they had shown me through my childhood, through you guys' beaming dream thing or whatever, that they maybe have already speculated. So be careful, carnies. The same thing, Carney, Bernard. They can confiscate your circus. Dun, 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 dun. Because I told you, Harry, we didn't want the red, and yet you guys put the red in. You guys confirm what you guys have been doing, running around, sneaking around, and your friends, Perlita. Also, Perlita, when you declare war, you also help confirm, like I said, Miss Lakewood, Coloretto, who are the ones, through your group, that do the same thing, that created school massacres, all that stuff. So if you're claiming Viva la Mexico victory there in the Texas, Karen, Perlita, Bernard, Harry, Joe, Robo Knight, or whoever, guess what? You got to pay for the Twin Towers coming down, because that's a hefty insurance bill, the massacres, so on and so forth, Perlita. That means your gangsters, Bloodscripts, MS-13, so on and so forth, the Negroes, you got to pay for all that. Okay? And anybody that you guys hurt in your war. War costs money, Perlita. $19 trillion debt, remember. War on drugs, that's a lot of money too. Movies cost money, Perlita. Schools cost money. Even you guys, the supposed other side of the truth costs money. Either way, you're going to have to pay for it. They don't just swap it in and say, oh, it's all going to be bid in. It's all perfect. Maybe there is something that happened, Perlita, that you guys are not accounting for. So be careful with your little Viva la victory, little Texas little victory, cowboy, country, and western. Especially you supremacist groups, because then you guys basically owe the whole country a crap load of money for your war victory. But in any case, Perlita, whether you get what you want or not, guess what? They're going to babysit you. But remember, if you want the war, you want to run porno land or a red light district, Perlita, they're going to take your kids away from you because you're unfit. And if you want to fight the war, you don't need your kids. So maybe that was the problem the first time, Perlita, is that you guys still don't want to use your brain. But then we also confirm in Colorado the cowboy hicks who manipulated kids to get what they wanted anyway. So that means, guess what? A bunch of liars, Harry. To cover up what? Most likely he was a pedophile and child rapist. Understand? Roble Knight, Red Randy, Red Gordon, Area 138 rapists. Murderers. Murder costs money. Investigations cost money, Perlita. It means, Perlita, that your faction that supports you and that you run your terrorists, which confirms other events that you're probably the same terrorists that screwed up the two boys, two girl thing or whatever, Carney. And then you guys copy, like the football game. Remember, football and baseball cost money. Uh-oh, Harry, were you in the house screwing with somebody's kid again? You guys want to confirm what you guys say that's not there, but you covered up, but it's there? It was it's all military training. Well, everything's military training, Perlita, but you have to prove that your data set is worth using as opposed to what's already been running. So, Perlita, if you ignore factual data, factual events that have happened, to replace it with yours, and they don't agree, the Navy or, Special Forces or, the people who actually got to do the real work, the police, they don't agree, then what? What if they grab both data sets and say they're both wrong? Remember? You guys want to play acting carny crap. I'm saying you want Juta power, Israeli Juta power, and guess who's is being more successful? But I say that Joe was a rapist and murderer from the beginning that fucked everybody shit up and stole it anyway. Either way, the group of you, whether you're victory or not, are going to be babysat forever. Because you all can't handle it. So be careful, Perlita, with your claims, with your false data set that supposedly only you know about. And remember, Perlita, during wars you get embargoes, sanctions, resources denied. They're not just going to let your people cross the border, even though they do, to make people sick and do whatever you want, Perlita. Because this man that spoiled you, Team Michigani there, his plan didn't work. They let Dave and you run around and do whatever you want, and look how much money you cost. He said he didn't want robots and this and that. Guess what? The dude makes robots. And you guys went all sicko nasty crazy with stuff that was expensive. And you ruined those families' lives, Perlita. So your victory at war, Karen and Perlita, for the country and Western, for Joe and all them, guess what? You owe those families a shit load of money. Possibly, Karen, you owe your husband, Greg Faust, even more money. Or maybe your neighbor who's the Jew. Because they all gave in, the whole family and everybody gave in for your Christmas present, Karen, Brian, Stan, Steve, for country and Western. Joe, Harry, Bernard. But guess what? It cost trillions and trillions of dollars. And look at the political elects and rich people that spent tons of money to try to get their own ideas out, but couldn't do it. Because Roble Knight there, the rapist, is a 3-time piece of shit liar that ruins everybody's stuff because he doesn't like techno or he's got to have his team All-American. So remember, Joe, because not everybody wants to pay for your parade of, thinking, forcing everybody to believe that you're God with the Roble Knight or, Oyster Cracker Man, the Antilla Man there or whatever. Nobody wants to pay for it all the time. Nobody wants to pay for LGBT that doesn't care. But guess what, Joe? Maybe this time, for your parade of all purity of white, you and your supporters have to pay for it. And if it flops, Nobody's gonna give a shit.